Hey everyone, welcome back. So I just wanted to make a really quick impromptu video here and show you two real life examples as to how the cards communicate. So the first example here from my Morgan Greer tarot deck is from yesterday morning. And I asked the cards to give me an idea for a storyline in regards to my daughter's creative writing project. So she's 10. So keep in mind, we're talking about a storyline for a 10-year-old. So it's not going to be like really deep or anything like that. Anyways, the subject was Friendly the Robin. We have a pet robin who hangs around our yard. He's not really a pet. He's just tame and he follows us around. He's a young robin. And I figured she could write about him, but I just wanted to come up with an idea about a storyline. Like what about the robin, you know? So I asked the cards that. And authors will use tarot cards. Authors and writers will use tarot cards to come up with ideas. It's no secret. I'm not saying all of them do this, but a lot of them use tarot cards to help them with their storylines. And I highly recommend that. If you're even just, if it's just a hobby, you can use tarot cards to help you. So I asked about a storyline in regards to Friendly the Robin, okay? So keep that in mind. And these are the cards that came up. So if it was my first year reading tarot, I would have probably missed all of this. I probably would have said, what? This isn't working. Because I would be going by the traditional meanings in the books, and I would say, oh, this Nine of Pentacles here, it stands for independence and wealth and lady of leisure, who falls in love. So I would have missed the whole entire I would have missed all the specific details here. And I would have probably said, this doesn't work, and you just tried to think of something on my own. But look closely, guys. I'm asking about a tame bird. The first card that comes up is showing a tame bird. Okay, is that not amazing? Could be a coincidence. You never know. Look at the last card. Another bird. What the hell? Okay, pardon my French. So it turns out of this deck, and there's 78 cards in a tarot deck, just in case you didn't know, there's only 3 cards in total that have birds on them. The other card is the star card in this deck, the Morgan Greer deck. Okay, so what are the odds? I'm asking about a bird question, and 2 out of 3 of the bird cards show up. And not only that, you can see a storyline here. It's like bird falls in love with another bird at the bird bath, because this actually looks like a bird bath. All right. Or bird is lonely and meets another bird at the bird bath, a bird of a different breed. Or, you could come up with so many different things. That's the magic of tarot. I mean, it doesn't tell you, like, you could ask more specific questions and get more specific answers, but like this is very general, but still it's very specific, right? It's amazing. So, okay. Could be a coincidence, I don't know, but what are the odds that out of the 78 cards, 2 of the 3 bird cards show up in this spread, which isn't really a spread, it's just a blob spread. And we're asking about a bird. All right. So this other example is from today, and here in my town, I live in a very small town in the prairies in Saskatchewan, Canada, and we're experiencing somewhat of a drought right now. Very dry, no rain, and the next 2 weeks are forecasted to be extreme heat, like hotter than usual. And usually when this happens, our town water supply gets kind of low, and they ask us to conserve our water. So far, to my knowledge, they haven't asked us to conserve our water, but I'm going to assume that that's going to happen. So I just wanted to see, I asked the cards to see for sure. I asked if in the next 2 weeks we'll be asked to conserve our water. Okay, so the first card is the 5 of Cups. King of Wands, and the Tower. So again, if this was my first year reading tarot, I would have been like, what? I don't understand. But look closely. We're asking about conserving water, okay? I'm not really going by the traditional meaning here of, it's really a card about remorse and despair, loss, grief. It's just terribly negative. But look, the 3 cups are spilled. There's spilled liquid on the ground. Spilled liquid on the ground. We're asking about conserving water. The first card is about spillage. So all together, what this is telling me is, as a whole, I'm blending these cards together, and it's saying that, yes, we're going to be asked to conserve water because this is a catastrophe. Like, he's like saying, what are you doing? You're spilling your water. This is no good. Like, it's just, that's the feeling I'm getting. And that's the thing about tarot, is that people, it's not going to be the same for everyone. It's personal. You're going to glean meanings from the cards based on what's going on in your mind, and everybody will see something different. That's not to say that someone else is wrong. But so this is what I'm seeing, and you might be seeing something else. But so I do think that they're going to ask us to conserve water. I will update, and if that is the case in the next 2 weeks. But I'm getting yes, even though these are very negative cards, I'm getting yes because that's what the cards are showing me. So it's very subjective. So don't box yourself in with the traditional meanings. It's a very big mistake you can do. So if you're starting out with tarot, just know that it is good to know the traditional meanings. Very good. You have to have that foundation, but you also have to be open to what the images on the cards are actually saying, because the right card will come up to answer your question as best as possible. So in this case here, there's no card that shows a robin, right? There's no robin in this deck. So the closest thing is the falcon that's domesticated, right? So that's how the cards work. The absolute, the card that will closely match your answer will come up, even if it's not exact, but it will try to convey a message as best as possible. So that's all I wanted to say, and thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped.